Morning, everyone. It's Grow with Joe here to give you more lessons on how to live your best life. And today we're going to talk about something to help you with your personal finances, and that is how to use temptation bundling to help you with follow through on your financial goals and everything. And the key thing about having financial success is having a plan. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So by the time you get paid and you don't know where your money is going, you're already planning to fail because you have to be intentional about the process. You'd be like, hey, I'm going to save this amount of money every paycheck. I'm going to pay off these bills. I'm going to apply this to investments towards my financial goals and everything. But this can be uncomfortable. Like I can see easily like, oh, let's go out, or hey, let's watch television, or hell, let's play video games, or do anything else besides looking over the finances. But let's say you went to your job, or you own a business, and you went like, hey, can we do this in the future? And the finance department or the boss said like, hey, we don't know the finances are. So we'll see when we get there. That probably wouldn't work very well, or that business probably wouldn't be very successful for that long. But yeah, a lot of people just live in the moment. Like, yes, it's important to live in the moment, but you want to make sure that you have a plan with the general idea of where you're going in life. Everything I do in life is very intentional, but I also make sure I have time for play and everything. I could easily work 7 days a week, but I make sure like, hey, I'm going to do this for rest. Like, hey, I'm going to do that for just enjoy life, whatever that thing is. I don't want to be, I don't want to neglect my body or my mind or anything. Well, yeah, the key thing is you got to have a plan. And in order to help you have a plan, what is really helpful is something called temptation bundling. So temptation bundling is when you pair something you don't like with something you do like. I always tell people, hey, when you're collecting financial documents for me to review for our financial plan, what you should do is like, hey, if you like adult beverages, have an adult beverage, warm, like a warm one, and put it in the freezer. And in 1 hour after you're done collecting all this information, then you can reward yourself with that cool beverage that should be cold and everything. Or you could reward yourself with a cookie or a walk, or you could tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to watch television I until I finish this thing for organizing my financial documents. But yeah, that's how temptation bundling works. You pair something with what you like with something you don't like. And when it comes to organizing your finances or looking over your financial situation, you could either reward yourself, you can either make the pain so great that you really need to do this thing, or you make the joy of doing this thing so great. And typically, when it comes to financial planning or improving your financial situation, just sitting and going over the situation, most people just the pain is not there to not do it, and the joy is not there yet. So I feel like the way to make it happen is to reward yourself at first. Once you start doing it for a while, then the joy will get there, and then you will understand the pain of not doing it. So I would say temptation bundling is the first thing you should do to help you get started. If you have a hard time on getting started on something, find a way to reward yourself. If you're trying to go to the gyms and work out more, one way I really loved about going to the gym when it was open and everything was I would read a book while I was on the treadmill for 20 minutes. So I got my reading done. And then also I had a sauna at this one like my last gym. I've been traveling through Latin America, but I would love to sit in the sauna for 5 to 10 minutes after done working out, and that was like my reward for working out. And so then eventually you just build a habit like, oh, the joy of going to the gym is who is what I really enjoy, because that's who I am and that's who I identify as. Um, so just figure out a way to reward yourself to do the right thing. So next time, just look at your next, when you get paid next. So if it's this Friday or the following Friday or whenever, just ask yourself, okay, what is my plan to do with that paycheck when I get paid? And then formulate a plan to help you get where you need to go in life. And if you have a hard time sticking with that plan, reward yourself for going through with the plan, that the planning phase and everything. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's not easy. I like to tell people a lot of things in life are simple, but down the road, but it's not always easy, because simple typically requires consistency. But the people who are most consistent, most disciplined, tend to have more freedom and control over their future selves. Like I see it a lot. Just like people worked really hard, and now they're like, oh, we didn't save up enough for retirement, and so then that puts extra stress on the kids or whatever. And it just these are new times. We're in, like, people are living longer than ever. When Social Security came through, the average age where people lived through in 1935 was 59, and you weren't collecting Social Security till 62. And so, and now there's a lot more senior citizens than ever. And just the things have changed. The game has changed. So we have to figure out new rules to help us win this new game. And to help us win this new game is planning. Definitely 1 minute of planning saves someone 10 minutes in execution time. So this could save you 1,000% on your time. Just taking this 1 minute to plan something. But you could also over plan as well. You could also overdo it. So it's really requiring a perfect balance. But just figure out a way to reward yourself to start the plan. And then from there, you got to execute on the plan. A plan without action is nothing. So if you have trouble executing and taking action, like have an accountability partner, reward yourself, make the pain of not doing that thing really painful. I was told this one thing, like, hey, write a check to the KKK for $1,000, and if you don't do this thing, then you pay that $1,000. So yeah, raising the pain can really motivate you to do this thing, or make the joy of doing it so grand that it's like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, yes, I want to do this thing. I want to see my progress. I want to do this thing that I actually love. So, but I've said, to help you get started, start with temptation bundling. Like I use temptation bundling when I have to do laundry. I'd be like, hey, I tell my smart device, play some music, and it starts playing music, and then I start getting motivated to start doing the work. And then when I fold one, then I feel like, okay, now I could do two, now I'll do three. And just small wins build upon small wins. This is why General McRaven said you should make your bed in the morning, because that small win can lead into another small win. So try that at first. Don't go for the home runs. Just go inch by inch, and then it will be a cinch. So that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Figure out how you can implement temptation bundling. Say like, hey, at work, be like, hey, I'm going to work for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk, or I'm going to go get that cup of coffee and everything. But the key thing is just be intentional with your life and give yourself, create a system that helps you do the things that you're supposed to do. And if you do that, life is going to be a lot easier. So hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Tomorrow I'll be talking about something personal development wise. And yeah, and just enjoy your day. And remember, if you go with Joe, you can grow with Joe, because Joe knows Joe. All right, take care.